time has come for us to claim what is rightfully ours. The final push to retake Lordaeron Keep commences at dawn. The Horde and their war chief must answer for their crimes.
Greetings YouTube, welcome to another World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth video. And although the content you're watching here is only available currently on the beta realms, this is actually all pre-patch content, or pre-expansion content rather. So what that means is that everything you're seeing today is going to be available to play before the expansion launches. It's really to prepare us for that experience. Now I'm not going to go ahead and show you the initial scenario here, which is the Siege of Lordaeron. And you know, there's many videos out there that show you that. Maybe I can make one if you want to see it. What I really want to do here is skip ahead and see the content that's just been released as of today, which follows that particular scenario and involves us as the Alliance going over to see exactly what the Horde are doing over at Darkshore and around the surrounding areas.
A moment, Your Majesty. New information has come to light.
So for those of you that have already been present for previous expansion launches, then this concept of pre-expansion patch content isn't going to be a new one to you. Of course, for Legion, we had those Legion invasions, didn't we, taking place all over Azeroth, and we were able to use those to level up our ults to level 100 very, very quickly indeed. For Warlords of Draenor, we had the Blasted Lands quest lines, amongst other things as well. And this has just been the case for several years now, and there is no difference here with what we're getting for Battle for Azeroth. So what this is going to involve here, obviously we have that Lordaeron scenario, and that's going to be different depending on whether you're Alliance and Horde, as are these quests, but this is from the Alliance point of view, and this is actually a huge quest line that's now going to be part of that content. And it's going to start by having Anduin send us over here to Ashenvale, where we're going to have to start just investigating the area, finding out what's going on, where these important key Alliance figures are located.
They fell one by one. The guards were poisoned. There was much to civilians. Not even they were spared. I only hope that some managed to flee before.
Before we go any further then, I do just want to make you aware that there are big spoilers in this particular video. Obviously, I'm going to be going through the entirety over this and the next video that I'm uploading at the same time as this one, the entirety of the pre-patch Alliance quest content. And although this video is only 11 minutes long, there's actually about an hour's worth of content here. I've just trimmed out a lot of the fluff, if you like, cut out the flying, the travelling, trimmed down some of the kill and collect quests, just to, you know, make it more convenient for you guys to watch. But just bear in mind that there will be spoilers. If you want to experience this yourself for the first time, I wouldn't actually watch this if I were you. Now, as to when we're actually going to be able to play this content on the live servers, I'd imagine it'll be in a couple of weeks' time. We've already got the PTR up and active. And this is more of a stress test rather than a content bug test. Blizzard have said they just want to see what happens when they have a load of people trying to complete this content at any one time. They want to make sure the servers can handle it. So if they're doing that kind of testing, and we've already got the background downloader of the Blizzard client downloading this patch, I do suspect that this will be available shortly for all of you guys that are just playing on live. After those, just, you know, a couple of starting quests there in Ashenvale, we will quickly be sent over to Darkshore, and this is where the bulk of the Alliance quest content, and Horde I assume, is going to take place. Now this is a special phased version of Darkshore, so obviously you're not going to be seeing the players that are levelling up through here. I really love the way that the phase technology, which was introduced, I think it was Wrath of the Lich King, I could be wrong, that might have been Cataclysm, but I think it was the former, has really just evolved and improved so much since that time, and it's used to great effect here. So yes, this is the phased version of Darkshore, so it's dedicated, the whole zone is dedicated solely to this part of the story, a very important part of the story, of course. And right now, we've just been sent on these missions to really just take control of the zone. We need to be gathering up our army, we need to be just clearing off the local furbolg population, and just dispatching the Horde as we go. At the end of the day, they've burned down Teldrassil, and I can't imagine that the elves are best pleased about that. But fortunately, you know, we're here to the rescue, and we'll see what we can do about these pesky Horde here.
I am glad you stand with us.
One thing I am hoping for is that this particular quest content is still going to be available for us to play through once the expansion has launched. Now, obviously not everybody's going to want to play through this content multiple times with ults and stuff, but it would be nice if we have an option to go ahead and repeat this content on our ult characters if we want to, or we can just go ahead and skip straight ahead to the BFA zones. But I would like the player to be able to get that choice, because there's a lot of content here, a lot of quests, and you know, I wouldn't mind doing it numerous times on future characters. So here we have the monstrous shredder to take care of, and one of the things that I've noticed with this particular part of the story now, as we go forward into Battle for Azeroth, is that the goblins on the Horde side have quite a large role to play here. They've been really well integrated into the events that are taking place, and of course the goblins, this makes sense, you know, the goblins have really had a heavy influence over at Silithus and the discovery of the Azerite and everything that's going on down there, and I think the Horde are really using them to just learn how to manipulate this resource that's been found, and that's coming through quite clearly right from the very beginning here, even with this particular content. And now for this next set of quests, we're actually taking a break from the standard kill and collect quests, and I actually enjoy this. This is a fun section. We have to go into a kind of stealthy mode here, where Delarin Summermoon is going to put a kind of stealthy aura around us, so we can avoid contact with the enemies, and we can go ahead and demolish the demolishers, as well as freeing these elder, whatever they are, Timbermoors. And one of the fun things about this is that we can use Delarin and command her to go and assassinate the Horde that, you know, might be a little bit too close to us, so we don't get their attention. And she just kind of one-shots them in the back. It's a lot of fun to use, actually, this ability. So hopefully we'll be getting more quests like this throughout the expansion as well. So we'll go ahead and speak to whoever this is. Elder Brownpaw, perhaps? Oh no, it's Grentornfur. I've no idea who these guys are, actually. I'm not sure if they've been part of some of the other Timbermoor quests that have been taking place in this zones in days past. I'm sure they have been. And we'll go ahead and speak to Elder Brownpaw here, finishing off both of these quests.
The Horde. There are so many of them. Elune, save us.
So we're going to hand those quests, oh, that one quest actually, back into Onu here, as he gives us the follow-up. And we need to go and investigate what's causing his upset here. Now, Onu is actually an interesting ancient. He's been part of World of Warcraft since Classic WoW, actually. And he's changed a little bit over the years, especially when the Cataclysm came. He started offering new quests and stuff. So it's great to see that Blizzard are using established characters from the lore here in this particular story. So we're going to head over to the quest objective. And what's this? Well, it's a huge lump of Azerite. So we'll go ahead and start collecting the stuff, I guess.
There is much to be done. The Horde will pay for this incursion.
Perhaps unsurprisingly then, where there's Azerite, there's Horde, and there's Alliance, and they are fighting for control of it. So also there's going to be plenty of goblins around here. You can see the goblin machines flying around in the air, and also they do like to try and parachute down, as this goblin sapper has, in order to nab the Azerite. So you'll need to grab it before them. This is a great example, actually, of, I think, some of the direction that Blizzard are going in with Battle for Azeroth. It seems a lot of the expansion is going to revolve around this conflict of Horde and Alliance, and they're vying for this new resource of Azerite. And there's a lot of features, such as expeditions, for example, which are going to really heavily feature this concept. So we're just getting a taste of that with the questing in this zone at the moment.
May the winds be at your back.
And another fun quest now, where we actually take control of a tree of life and have to go ahead and destroy 50 Horde enemies. So we're going to get 3 action buttons, 2 of which will cause damage and the 3rd of which will heal us. And you will need to use healing, especially if you want to complete this quest with any, you know, normal sense of time. You're going to have to be really diving into all of the groups here in order to take as many out as quickly as possible. So another fun quest, we get to hop all over the place with one of our abilities. And it doesn't actually take that long to kill all 50, in all honesty.
How might nature serve?
Right, so now we need to head over to Darnassus and meet up with the NPCs Malfurion and Delarin that we've been engaging with already throughout this quest line. And as you can see on the map there, Darnassus is not currently in a fantastic state for the Alliance. But as we come out of Darkshore here, you can see in the background that Teldrassil is just a wash in flames. The Horde have really done a number here, and it looks absolutely stunning, I have to say. Very, very impressive. But we're going to finish off here for today then, folks, and we'll continue on with this quest line in the next episode. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, be subscribed to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you next time.